going on, guys? Derek here, coming back at you with part 2 of the 4th order build to go in the Mazda. So today got to be getting the port cut out. We got to get some bolts mounted for the terminals for the speaker wires to connect to. Got to get everything sanded, of course, finish putting the final layers on the box and getting a nice coat of paint. Probably going to do the truck bed coating on the outside. Probably just regular white paint on the inside. Get some LEDs thrown in here. That way it'll light up nice and bright light. Got to get also forgot the center brace to connect from the baffle to the top. Got to get that figured out. So stick around, guys. Should have this thing playing by the end of the video. Alright guys, so got the 6th order box for the ZV612. Got it pulled. Got the rear window back panel piece out. So what I need to do now is remove these brackets and lay this piece down and trace it out on another piece of wood. That way I can get me another piece cut out, and also mark where my holes need to go for bolts, because I'm still going to be using the same brackets to attach it to the truck. And so the reason I'm having to do this is because my port needs to be a lot wider than what it is right now. And what's holding me up is these plexiglass little windows that I had installed in this when I was building it. So that's why I'm having to cut a whole nother piece out so I can go wider and a little bit taller. So let's get to tracing and cutting. So I got that first back panel cut out, and what I want to do is I'm going to actually make it thicker, so I want to add another layer. So my thought process is I cut a piece that's 12 inches wide, and it was 48 inches long, so it's just enough to cover that. So I've got it, this is just to kind of keep pressure on it. So I got it setting up a 1/2 inch off of that accordion boot all the way around. And so I just went on the inside and basically traced out where I need to cut. That way that piece will clear the accordion boot, and same thing on the other side. And then this piece, once I get it cut, it'll screw onto that first piece that I just cut out. So hopefully that'll just obviously make it stronger. One layer or 2 layers is better than one, so let me get this thing cut out real quick. Alright, so got the brackets on, got it temporarily, just a few bolts holding it in so it doesn't move. So got that done. So now moving on to the back side here, that second piece that I cut out, I've got it where I want it to be at. So I got just some like 4 screws just holding it on, just to make sure. I think I use these little shims, like a 1/8 of an inch shims, just so it would clear that accordion boot there. And what I'm doing is, so for my port, I'm going to use 2x6s instead of laminating and screwing together 2 pieces of 3/4. And this is, I know this is just a 2x4, but it's just for kind of measurements and stuff. But so I've got the 2x4, I've got it setting off 1/8 of an inch off of the accordion boot. That way, whenever I slide the box in, I know it's going to clear that accordion boot. So I done it on the bottom there and on the top as well. I just got my lines. So this will be the actual size of my port. I was just doing some numbers. So I'm going to actually go larger than 15 square inches per cube. I'm actually going to do 16 and close it off if I need to. And 56 square inches. So 16 cubes times 15 was 240. So ended up, got the port cut out, mocked up. So it's 9 inches tall and 28.5 wide. And that gives me a total of, it was 256.5 square inches of port. So that's close enough. Now all I gotta do, get this thing cut out, get another layer on here, get the port cut, and then get to sanding and painting. twist. So got the front top layer finished, and I didn't record any of this because it was just kind of a lot of calculating and making sure everything fit good. But got the port cut out, and it's at an angle, and I know from the previous box that this was a 7-degree angle, the way the box sets up against the back panel there. So got this, what I want to do with this is gonna have 1.5 inches from the that back panel, and I'm actually going to screw the back panel, screw through the back panel and into this port right here, so it'll still be flush. So I'm accounting for that extra 1.5 inches for my port, so it should be, like I said at the beginning of the last video, should be right around 45 hertz. But all I gotta do now is, I'm gonna try, I know it's getting dark, but I unclamped the camper shell and I got it lifted up because that's the only way this thing's gonna fit in here. But I need to lift this box up in here, try to lift it in here, and slide it all the way forward. That way that port is touching that rear panel, and then I can reach in from the access panel and trace it out. That way I know where to cut my port opening on that back panel. So let me set this camera up and see if I can't wrestle this bad boy in here. Well, got it in there, and now I got to crawl through and reach through the port. I forgot to move the speaker wire. I need to fix that up. So obviously, unloaded, I can get this thing loaded. So works out pretty good. Since it's getting dark, I'm gonna get this traced out. But I think I'm about to call it a day. So I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, now that I got the box pushed up all the way against the panel that it's going to mount to, originally I was going to trace it out and pull that back panel and cut it out when it was out of the truck. But what I'm going to try and do is see if I can't use this oscillating saw to cut it from the inside here while that panel's still bolted in. So I got a trash bag taped up to try and hopefully catch most of that sawdust. What's up, guys? Whew. It is freaking hot in there. I had a fan going, but I cut it off right here at the end because I didn't want it to blow all the sawdust in there. But whew, got it done. Now I just got to crawl back out of this thing for the 10th time. Oh. Now I just got to clean up my mess. But other than that, I think it worked pretty darn good. Everything nice and flush. Just got to go back, of course, sand everything, get it smooth. Got to pull this box back out and get this thing prepped for some paint. And we are one step closer to getting some subs installed. So stick around. told y'all we was gonna have this thing playing by the end of the video. Well, man of my word, got this thing loaded, got the subs mounted, wired up, got the access panel bolted on. Still need to go back and put the clamps on the camper shell, clamp it down, figure out how I'm gonna mount it to the bed, probably do like an L bracket. I'll figure that out here shortly, but yeah, so got it playing. Obviously still gotta get all this mess button back up, get the headliner back in, and this back panel, gotta get it mounted on. But other than that, and obviously I'm gonna just turn it up for just a split second, but obviously all that pressure is gonna be escaping through here. But and of course the microphone doesn't do it justice, but I just want to point out that the truck's not even on right now. That's just off the battery power. So dang, I'm ready to get this thing buttoned up. Yeah, that's a whole nother level right there. But yeah, guys, not gonna be able to work on this for a couple days, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. That way get part 2 out for you guys. I just want to say thanks for all the love and support from the previous video. I really appreciate all that. And so just stick around for part 3, and we'll be getting this wrapped up, and maybe do a little SPL testing and see if we can't find some more weak points in the cabin, because I have a feeling we're gonna have to be doing some bracing on the roof, possibly that back panel, maybe a stripper pole in the future, wood roof. I don't know, we'll see. But this is Derek signing out. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.